Hey guys, it's Justin, aka Hambone, just here to let you know a couple of things that we have going on with the channel. One, we have a Patreon. If you can and want to support us, you can do that. Little as $1. You can join the Discord. We also have a merch store where you can get some cool shirts, mugs, and stuff with all of our different shows and labels on there. And thank you for all of our supporters that have already been there with us.
I do enjoy the theme music, Snark, but it does not help my headache. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Starting 11 here on the Let's Get Ready Network. I'm Adelia. That's my buddy Snark, and that's Snark's band doing the theme.
Ooh, so good. What a talented and handsome bass player. The other guys, who gives a shit? Welcome back to the show. I will say, and I'm going to go out on a limb on this, I will say this is the best football podcast starring a Nebraskan and a Canadian. I dare anyone to find me a better one.
You're probably right about that. We're here to recap that's happened in the past week in the English Premier League. There's been a lot that has happened in the last week.
There's been a lot.
Some big derby games over the weekend. So I've seen some of it. You've seen some of it. Let's talk about it.
We've seen most of it. First off, I wanted to talk a little bit of news that came in last week, just as the games were starting. I think it was Wednesday and stuff like that. Our World Cup favorite, maybe one of the best memories I have from watching the World Cup was seeing how excited you and Matt were when Wout Weghorst scored for the Netherlands. He's on his way to Manchester United. He's on loan for Besiktas for the rest of the year. He's making like 6 points. He's making a bunch of money too. But yeah, alone.
I believe you can see the reaction. I believe you can see our reaction from the watch along of that Dutch game.
100%.
To that crazy goal that Wout Weghorst scored on the channel in a short. I believe it's one of our YouTube shorts. So.
Set piece. No, yeah, he took advantage of those guys. That was awesome. It was against Argentina. Didn't matter.
But it
was
exciting in the
time
moment.
it did. At the time it did, guys. Also, swooping in, everybody's neighborhood favorite Chelsea, taking Joe Felix for some reason. £11 million fee, plus his full wages, which are frigging considerable, only till the end of the year. There's no buy option.
Yep. You guys have made some very interesting deals and spent a lot of money this week, and I'm very glad it was you and not us.
We'll get to that when we get to that match.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Turns out Todd Bowley isn't poor. He's not a poor guy.
No.
Or he's stealing lots of money. Anyways, so we'll start with that first thing. Joe Felix making his debut already. He's starting for Chelsea. And he looked frigging phenomenal. And what a breath of fresh air he was. For 58
then he got
minutes.
Sent off.
For 58 frigging minutes. And then he did what Graham Potter described as an attacker's tackle. Spikes up into leg. You can see it. You can see it in slow motion. You can see it. It's like Chelsea gets no frigging luck. None ever. Chelsea lose, shockingly, 2-1 at Fulham at the Cottage. I think that is the third time in the last 46 matches we played against these guys. I think it's the first time we've lost at the Cottage. I forget how many years they've said. It's been quite a lot. William scores the goal for Fulham, but class Chelsea man mutes his celebration and is like, okay, good on you. And Koulibaly scores a weird goal with the saws in the net, and Koulibaly comes up from a free kick. We actually scored off of a set play, and hammers it in, and it looks like it's safe, but you go to the VAR, and it's clearly like the goaltender was 2 feet into the net when it goes off his chest, comes back out. But yes, Chelsea score. Chelsea get a goal in the British Premier League. It is unbelievable. The celebrations, but those were short-lived because Chelsea lives. Another this loss in the second half. The just poor defending, and like Trevor Chalobah had a bad game. Koulibaly, even though he scored, was bad. There wasn't much. Like João Felix was good, and this is yeah. There's a lot that needs to be done with Chelsea, and we have to wait now 3 games before we can see what Joe Felix can do. We get this guy for how much money? We have to wait basically a month to see him play. So yes, fun. That was awesome. Losing to Fulham, and it upset my stomach. It upset my stomach. But we can move on. Like that happened, guys. That was Thursday. Things happened since then. Lots of things happened, including big match. Villa beats Leeds. But Villa's looking better. They're looking better.
They are. They're looking better, yeah.
I think they said they've won 4 of 6 under Unai Emery.
Yeah, they definitely got that new manager bump.
Yeah, something that Chelsea did not get. Martinez finally looked more like his World Cup self. I thought he was. The guy lets in a lot of goals, like 3 goals, 4 goals at a time. He looked much better. The entirety of Villa's defense looked better. They came back to the attackers. They were good. They were, what do you want for the guys? They're fine. Let's move on because we got a match, maybe a bit of controversy. But it's the Manchester Derby going on, and right now Manchester's red. United with a big win.
I was surprised at this. I was happy about it, but I was surprised at this.
Yes, I believe you picked City to win.
I did.
I believe I picked somebody else. Grealish comes on like a first half that didn't produce anything. Grealish comes on, Foden's off, Grealish on, scores within 3 minutes. But now, have you seen the Fernandes goal?
I have seen the Fernandes goal.
What is your take? Because I'm listening to a lot of people, and I know the rules changed, but I've seen it called the way it was called in this match a lot. So I'm beginning to believe that this is what it's supposed to look like, where as long you can be offside as long as you don't play the ball.
As long as you don't touch the ball, yeah.
Right. Now, I was sure he touched the ball when I first saw it. I was like, well, this is insanity. Well, how good of a play by Rashford to leave it alone. Like, I don't know.
That was excellent play by Rashford. I saw that. I was like, he had to have touched it.
Yeah, you can see him just kind of do the twinkle toes Flintstone thing right before it. I don't know if Fernandes is calling to him like that he's there, but
he probably was.
Yeah, like Rashford just kept his eyes straight. Now, I think one of the things they say is that it could still be called offside if you're a distraction for the referee or for the goalkeeper.
For the goalkeeper,
right? But I don't know how
I think they do that in the case of you're offside, but you're literally like standing right in front of the goalkeeper and blocking his vision. I don't think that Rashford was a distraction to the goalkeeper there because Ederson should have been like, okay, either one of those guys is going to hit it.
Yep, it shouldn't have been. Yeah, like if you're going to be calling offside there or whatever, and you're predicting that he's going to be a challenge for the goalkeeper, maybe the goalkeeper should get a different goddamn job.
Yeah, the Man City players switched off though because they knew Rashford was offside, and they assumed he was
offside. They believe
Rashford was offside.
Yeah. Oh he was offside, but he never touched the ball.
But they assumed Rashford was going to play the ball. Yeah. That's their problem.
When you assume, Adelia, you make an ass of you and me. I believe that's from the Bible. That's probably right there in the front.
Probably is. But they switched off, and that just let Fernandez run under the ball pretty much uncontested. He had more of an issue with Rashford being there than he did with a Man City defender, and it was a great strike from Fernandez and a deserved goal.
Good goal. And of course, it's going to be Rashford to win it. And
of course,
what a run this guy's on! Unbelievable.
Rashford scored in the last 7 games. He scored in every game since the World Cup break.
Yeah, I think sounds good, but I think that's 8 now on the season for Rashford, which is
that.
double. Anyone on Chelsea? Double.
Man City kind of switched off again on the Rashford goal, thinking that Rashford was offside. That's an issue that I'd like them to continue to have.
Please do.
Yes.
So as the best result that your team could have hoped for happened. Let's move on.
I saw a lot of Arsenal fans though saying they wish this game had been a draw. No. Why do you wish this game had been a draw? Because Man United would have 2 fewer points? I don't care about Man United right now. Man City's the focus.
Yes. Don't worry about the 4th
place
team.
Out of that game. That's what you want.
You don't worry about the 4th place team, you worry about the 2nd place team. Speaking of highly placed teams, Brighton, 7th in the table now.
This is surprising to me. Not that Brighton is playing well, because Brighton has been playing well all season. They've beaten teams like Chelsea and now Liverpool. But Liverpool have been atrocious. And they were awful in this game.
I wrote down in my notes that first half may have been the worst performance I've ever seen in a Liverpool team. It was bad. They're bad. And they just couldn't get it together after that. The second half was Brighton did what they had to do, just shut them down. But what an awful 45 minutes of football for Liverpool. And how is Jurgen Klopp still fine? There's no pressure on this guy. It's yes, I do come from that Chelsea mindset where you're not doing good, get the fuck out of here. We'll get somebody else in here. But these guys just, I don't know if he has pictures of people. Who owns them? Who owns Liverpool? Is it LeBron James? Is that the one who owns it?
Well, I don't think he's the controlling owner, but I think he does own part of it.
What a jerk.
Yeah, I don't know how Jurgen Klopp is not on the hot seat. They're tied with Chelsea on points right now, and they're 19 points behind Arsenal.
Yeah. That was Solly March. Also, I wanted to mention Solly March just because I really like the name. But his second goal there from inside the box, coming away and seemingly moving away from the way the goal was going in to beat Alisson was a thing of beauty. I really like that goal.
Yeah.
Solly March. Danny Welbeck with a goal too. Oh my gosh.
Solly March, they said in what I was watching, had scored 6 goals or something in 150 appearances, and then he had 2 in this game.
Yeah. And he played well in their last game too. He's been playing well, good for him. And that new coach, took those players that a certain manager put together and has done pretty well with them. Much better than that certain manager. But now I'll get to that when I get to that. Everton, Southampton. Oh boy. The toilet bowl, guys. We got the 19th place team against the 20th place team, and Everton scores first and frigging blow it.
Oh my God. This was not good for Everton at all.
I tell you what, that James Ward-Prowse, holy hell.
He can hit a free kick.
What a free kick! Unbelievable. Pickford didn't even move.
When they get relegated, because I still think Southampton's getting relegated. When they get relegated, somebody will probably snap him up because he can definitely play, and he's definitely better than pretty much everyone else on that team.
Oh yeah, he stands head and shoulders. It was James Ward-Prowse against the few guys on Everton that bothered to show up. But Everton had a bunch of good chances. They should have scored. There's just no finish. There was no finish to them. Unbelievable. Yeah. It's too bad. But it's a friggin' toilet bowl. Who cares? We'll move on. Next, how about Nottingham Forest? Another win, 2-0 over Leicester. And Leicester had their chances in the first, but Forest do what they do. They score on the counterattack and they win at home. That's all they do.
Yeah.
And that
somewhat surprising to me that Nottingham Forest won this game.
Oh, really?
Yes.
The way they played over the last few weeks, like and they're playing at home. They got that win on the road last week against was it Southampton, I think. But it's still a win. Um, but they beat Chelsea, or they came back to tie Chelsea. That game against Southampton, they win this one. They're on a nice run. They're now 13th in the table, so they're starting to move up. They're not in that. Everybody in the relegation zone is within about 5 points of each other. But
points of each other.
yeah, but they're in 13th. They're in a good spot, especially for Forest, a newly promoted club and stuff. I think they're doing quite well. But Leicester has been poor. Leicester has been terrible. And
Leicester's been awful this season.
Yeah. Just no quality in their finishing. Their midfield's been okay. Defending's been poor. There's no confidence. You can see on their shoulders. You can see on the frustration and stuff like that. I recognize that from Chelsea strikers. So there's some work that needs to be done over in Leicester. The Foxes are on the run. You don't even get the joke. God damn it. All right. Let's go on. Wolverhampton versus West Ham.
Wolves are on a nice little run. They got a new manager bump as well.
Yeah, these are two teams going in completely opposite directions.
How much longer does David Moyes have?
This is what I'm taking up. I can't believe he was at work today.
Yeah.
I believe the next game West Ham has is against Everton, another bottom table team. Like, it'll be the battle of 18 and 19. Whoever doesn't win, I don't think has a job, which is too bad for Lamps as well. But you have, results. You gotta get results. But yeah, I'm shocked that Moyes is still here. I'm shocked that he's still here. It's January. Like, if you were gonna bring in anybody, why would you wait? Why are you waiting? You're trying to bring in players and stuff like that. It's like, this is not going to be the guy for you to run your club unless you figure that this is the guy who has some kind of long-term vision. David Moyes, really? But you know what? As far as I'm concerned, keep him. I hope they keep him there forever. Yeah. I hope he becomes a West Ham institution of always challenging for, Championship League titles and stuff like that. Never quite making it. Never quite getting relegated. Just in that nice little 4 spot. So I think that would be perfect for them. And I never have to see him again. I'll be happy with that. I'll be more than happy. But yeah, a real good run for Wolves, and the unfortunate part about them getting screwed over in that FA Cup tie, they have to play the replay this week, so they have to play a lot. Yeah, I think they're playing. Is it Wednesday? I believe they're
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah. Which also makes for a crazy schedule for the Premier League where games start Wednesday and Thursday. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it's unfortunate because and they beat Liverpool, guys. They beat them.
It's Tuesday. Their replay is Tuesday. So the day this is coming out.
Yeah, 3 days rest, 2 days rest.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's really
good.
And Liverpool's rested because they didn't try for shit.
Yeah, Liverpool
did nothing.
Yeah, not a great debut for Cody Gakpo.
No.
In that Liverpool game.
No, nobody did anything. Everyone just kind of running around watching everything happen. I get it. Yep. I like it. I hope they keep it up. Brentford. Again, Brentford's in 8th spot. The Brentford Bees.
Brentford's doing well.
Unbelievable. They just get positive results. Senesi, what are you doing? An awful tackle on Ivan Toney, grabbing him, bringing him down, holding him. And then Nato gets a yellow card because he won't stop arguing about it. It's clear as day. What are you doing? Incredible. Not great. Tony is I like Tony's little soft run up or whatever, almost more like a walk. But wow, when that ball leaves his foot, it is a rocket. No problem. And before we stop talking about this one, just a quick note about that cross that Josh Da Silva sent over for Jensen's goal. Oh my goodness. Just right on, just the vision to see him coming was incredible.
Yeah.
Good job. A deserved result for Brentford.
Yep.
Now, I get to talk about something happy. I get to talk about something happy. Okay.
You haven't been doing that much lately, so.
No. Uh, Kalidou Koulibaly replaced on the starting line by the young Frenchman, Benoit Badiachil. I think that's how we say it. Oh my gosh. And he looked pretty good. Our defense is getting younger and younger and younger. And I think that's the vision for the club moving forward. Trevor Chalobah had a much better game when he was on.
Your defense has to get younger because it can't get much older.
Well, yeah, but still, the oldest player on the pitch is still the best player on the pitch.
That's true.
Thiago Silva. What did he get? He hit three, those two headers, and then the striker, whatever, in the box or whatever that they made a nice save on. But that was Thiago Silva up there getting all those chances. And it's like two back-to-back headers. Oh my gosh. Havertz scores from a header. What
the hell? I was so surprised when I saw this. I was like, Havertz. Okay, first off, that Havertz actually scored, but with a header, I was very confused.
My mind was blown. Of course, he also missed, I think, two. He missed two headers in that game. But how quality passed by Aziz to put it in the spot or whatever, and Havertz just outjumped everybody. It was almost like the Crystal Palace guys who just had their feet stable to the turf, nobody moving. You can see Havertz is like a torso above everybody. He was good. Halftime, there was an unveiling of Chelsea's new number 15. Milo Mudryk is now on Chelsea for £88 million. It's about 108 million Canadian, 100 million American or so. A man of all of 72 games for Donetsk. I believe in his career he has 8 goals. But when you see the talent that this kid has,
he does have talent.
What he can do with the ball, and his incredible speed. Now, they say in 20 yards, Mbappe is the fastest in the world. But more than 20 yards is this kid. They really love what he can do at speed with the ball. And as being a midfielder that attacks on the right side, he has no one competition in front of him. Oh wait, we have tons of competition there. But are guys like Raheem Sterling going to make it out of this window at Chelsea? You know what? Probably, because he makes too much fucking money.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we have too many of these guys. But that's fine. He'll fit in, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see what a attacking front looks like with Mudryk and João Felix. Should be incredible, and you can put Mudryk all over the line. He plays left, center, and right. So excited by that. Shocked. I believe Arsenal offered the same money, but Chelsea was just willing to put more up front or something like that. And that's what it came
something
down
like
to.
that.
Yeah,
I'm I am totally fine with us not signing him.
Yeah,
like an absurd amount of money, if you ask me, for him.
Yeah,
he's very talented, but it's absurd, and I'd rather us not go against the club policies and the way that we structure things. Just to sign this one player. There are other really good players out there that we can sign, and I'm actually also totally fine if we don't. So,
you guys are in a good position, of course, and you have a really tight locker room. That's all you keep hearing is how tight this locker room is. It would have been tough even for Mudryk to come in making that kind of money or whatever, and then you see other guys that deserve that kind of money just not having it. It might put a rift in there. Is he the kind of player that you guys absolutely needed?
No.
Guys could use a striker. We'll see what happens. There's still
there's
weeks to
still
go.
plenty of time left in the window for us to bring
Yeah.
in someone. But I have seen Arsenal fans who had convinced themselves we were signing Mudryk just completely distraught over this news that he is now a Chelsea player, and I'm just like, I'm not.
Yeah. I'm happy that we have him. I'm happy I don't have to pay him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm really interested to see what he can do, and he's going to start Saturday against Liverpool. So it won't have to wait too long. And before we stop finishing this match, I give this man shit a lot, but Kepa is absolutely the reason that we won this game. He was fantastic. He made incredible saves when Crystal Palace getting off shots that they shouldn't have gotten off. But he was there. He made, tip over the bars and push things wide and just tight and close saves. He played very well. Kepa Arrizabalaga is my man of the match for Chelsea's win over Crystal Palace, a place built for a world fair or something like that in the 50s. 1850s, that is. Next.
Yep.
Fulham plays again, this time against Newcastle.
This game was interesting.
It was interesting. It had one of the most interesting things I've seen in quite some time happen in it.
The Mitrovic penalty?
The Mitrovic penalty. And he's back. He's back from suspension. What is it? Five yellows or something like that? You get suspended.
Something like that.
So he's back. He missed the Chelsea game, which they didn't need him. So we'll get right to it. Kind of a questionable call, I think, in the corner. For a penalty. I thought he went down really, really softly.
Yeah.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. Go to the spot. Mudryk, almost automatic. Some kicks the ball, gets in, no problem. It's a goal. But wait. And one of the weirdest things I've ever seen, he kicks it off his plant foot.
Yeah.
It still goes in, but he kicked it off his plant.
So it's a double hit.
Yeah, double hit, and it's a free kick to Newcastle. Now, good on the players for surrounding him, saying no, that went off his foot. Who would have even been paying attention? So all the players just watching his feet. It's crazy. That I don't know if it made a sound that they could hear or something like that, but they just went to it right away. It's like double hit, buddy. Come on. So yeah, the Mitrovic goal is out, and then Newcastle, in the 89th minute, pull it out. Who was it that came off? Isaac off the bench scores in the 89th minute to take 3 points from Fulham. Newcastle's just putting together wins. Not against Arsenal. Not against Arsenal.
Not against Arsenal, but Newcastle has still only lost once this year, I believe.
Yeah.
They've had more draws than we have, but they've still only lost once this year.
Third in the table.
They're very good, Newcastle.
They're very good.
I was not anticipating that.
No, I don't know if anybody was. I'm trying to think of what's crazier. Brighton where they are, Newcastle where they are, Brentford where they are. How well Forest is doing, not having to worry about relegation right now. It's been a topsy-turvy state of affairs in the British Premier League. But we have one more game to talk about. We don't have to talk about it. Let's talk about next game.
No, we're going to talk about the North London derby.
Yes, we'll talk. Arsenal's big, I'll say convincing 2-0 win at the Spurs, right? There was at Tottenham.
It was at Tottenham.
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Yes, because no one wants to sponsor the naming rights of the stadium.
Unbelievable. Who would want to be associated with them? Okay, let's start. I'm going to let you go off here in a minute. That Saka goal, pretty friggin' soft. Unbelievably soft. How Lloris butchered that was unbelievable. But it came with the run of play. It was all Arsenal. Tottenham did nothing in the first half. Nothing. Zilch. So okay. Saka's goal, and talk about how Lloris just butchered it. absolutely butchers this goal.
Oh, it was atrocious.
Yeah,
Lloris's.
it's almost like he's pushing his hands behind his head.
I think it took a deflection off Sessegnon.
Okay.
On its way to Lloris, but still, Lloris should have saved that easily.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been a goal. That shouldn't have been a goal. That was Edouard Mendy-esque in
that was very rightly credited.
Oh my
God.
God.
That was very rightly credited as a Hugo Lloris own goal, and not a goal from Saka, because that ball was going straight across the net. It wasn't going into the net, so it was very rightly a Hugo Lloris own goal. It was atrocious, and Hugo Lloris, the commentators were like, he announced his retirement from international football this week, and I was like, this is probably why.
Yeah,
because
he's having a hard time doing it.
He's having a hard time.
Yeah, watch that band fall off his arm very soon.
Oh yeah.
One thing I want to go on first to say is that Aaron Ramsdale was terrific in this match.
Yes. Man of the match.
Yeah, he was. He was incredible. And then I want to talk about Odegaard's goal from distance. Again, Lloris, you got it. Those are ones you have to stop.
He had to stop that. I thought for sure Lloris was going to stop that, and then he didn't. It was the second goal, a great goal from Martin Odegaard. This is after Thomas Partey had rattled the post with one hell of a strike. That would have been an incredible goal if it had gone in. And 2-0 in the first half. That was after 35 minutes. There was a snafu with the broadcast. I don't know they said it affected everyone with the feed, where the feed froze and we missed about 4 minutes of the game. So I was like, please just don't have something crazy happen in those 4 minutes. Nothing did. No. But I got to see both goals, and we went in at halftime and I was thinking, okay, this is good. I will be perfectly happy if we just shut things down and it's 2-0 and we win. But I also want another 2, 3, 4 goals to embarrass the hell out of Tottenham.
Yeah, it's always nice at home.
Always nice. Always nice. The second half, Tottenham actually showed up because they didn't in the first half.
No.
And they played a little bit more. I don't know what the hell is with Tottenham, but their slow starts, you could tell. I thought at the beginning of the match they were like trying to be like, okay, we're not going to get off to a slow start again, and Arsenal just was like, no, you guys are not.
It's in their heads.
It's in their heads, yeah. They played better in the second half, Tottenham did, but I thought Arsenal's determination of we are not losing this came into play, and it was two different types of halves. I thought. Sure. But I think that we were deserved winners in the end.
Oh yeah, Ramsdale was, like I said, he was fantastic. Dipshit Harry Kane with a couple of good chances in close that was turned away. Yeah, full marks on the win. Full marks for shutting down a Tottenham team and reminding them that, like even at 5th in the table, they're not worthy of it. They should be way back, probably relegated. Yeah. Let's have a campaign to get them relegated.
I don't think that's going to happen. I wouldn't mind it, but I don't think that's going to happen. This is the first time we'd won at Tottenham since 2014.
Wow.
Which is insane.
That is insane.
We'd never even gotten a point at this new stadium.
Oh my God. You have to go back to White Hart Lane.
We did. We would, yeah. And then after the match, Richarlison, being a dick, gets in Aaron Ramsdale's face, shoves him in the head, which I don't know why there's nothing happening to Richarlison for that. I'm sorry. That's not appropriate or good for anyone to do at any point in a game. I don't care if the final whistle's blown or not. Ramsdale goes to get his water bottle and his towel by the side of the goal, and a stupid fucking Tottenham fan jumps the barricade, kicks him in the back, and then runs like the cowardly bitch that he is.
No security going after him. No security was coming after him.
No security was running after him at all. And they're asking him to turn himself in, which is not going to happen. I'm sorry to tell you, Tottenham, that is not going to happen. They're also looking at CCTV footage and all of that stuff to find out who this person was, so they can give him a lifetime ban.
Yeah,
but like,
just come in wearing a fake mustache or something.
Yeah,
like
you should this was not acceptable in any football pitch, any teams, anything. But the fact that the stewards just stood there, they just fucking stood there.
The fact that you can get that close to an
Yeah.
athlete is concerning.
Yeah.
In light of even like things that happen in South America and Mexico and stuff like that. It's very concerning. Obviously Ramsdale was a little miffed about
A
that,
little.
and
Yeah.
like hopping up and down angry. It's good to see there's some fire there and stuff like that. But okay, earlier this year, Tottenham's manager and Chelsea's former manager both got yellow cards for handshaking each other angrily.
Yeah.
How Richarlison hasn't gotten a yellow card for pushing Ramsdale in the face is
it's
beyond me. It was
ridiculous.
after the game.
It's ridiculous.
That's when the handshake happened, was after the game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable the kind of shit Tottenham gets away with. For what? They're not winners. They do not win anything. They do not win anything.
Yeah.
What kind of respect are they? They get respect? What for? What kind of respect? Respect for doing fucking nothing. I can tell you that.
No one should respect Tottenham. I'm sorry. This stuff was such fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was so angry for a while after that game, even though I shouldn't have been, because we won.
You know, I'm not an Arsenal fan. I have no problem admitting that. But even I was like, this is horse shit. Like, I hope I hope they get a measure of revenge against these guys again. And I hope they make it worse. I hope they make it worse. And then somebody can go down and punch Lloris or something. I don't know. We'll see what it's like over at the Emirates.
Well, we've now completed a league double over Tottenham this year, so I'm very happy about that.
Yeah. Anytime you could take points from your biggest rival, it's a huge deal. And the fact that you guys hadn't done it in 8 years or won in Tottenham in 8 years is still mind-blowing to me. That's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But you guys did it. Okay, so that's it for the week. Now.
So we are now 8 points clear at the top of the table.
Yeah, bananas.
It's crazy.
The results, everything seemed to fall your way. I guess the Newcastle win, it wasn't fantastic for you, but it really doesn't move the needle for you guys.
It doesn't really. They're still in third.
It might do some switching up between second and third at some point. How about Man City? What's happened to them?
I don't know.
They aren't scoring like they could.
Holland's not scoring like he was.
Not defending well. Well, they were always that kind of team or whatever. Defense is a thought, but
Pep Guardiola has now apparently said that the title race is beyond them. It's not.
No, that's a motivating thing.
That's totally a motivating thing. Like nobody should pay any attention to anything that Pep Guardiola has to say about the title race.
I think that that Arsenal are going to win the championship this year. I do. I think they'll win the Premiership. But there's a long way to go. And
there's a long way to go, and anything can happen.
If not City, watch out for Newcastle. They've been just the quality there.
As much as I hate to say it, Man United's right there too. So
they're playing very well. What a difference! What a difference 5 months can make. Because when we started this show, they were a joke. They were an absolute joke. And
they have come back from this break for the World Cup without Ronaldo and been so much better.
Yeah, I think Ten Hag has gotten rid of a problem he had, not even just for the room, but just for his lineup and like the pressure to play him and stuff like that. That pressure's gone, and you can see with results like with Rashford and what he's being able to do and stuff like that. So unbelievable. Good job by Ten Hag, another guy who I slagged repeatedly this season, but I can't say anything bad about them now. And what a run Man U's on. And I think Tottenham's going to fall. It's going to be, the next, I believe this is what, the 19th week or something like that, 18, 19, because of the weird way things have been pushed around. We'll see. But that's what we're about halfway through.
I will say one of the funniest Twitter exchanges I saw about the North London derby was someone tweeted out about Arsenal being really good, who was clearly a Tottenham fan because Tottenham was literally in his username. And somebody responded to them, how much time and money did it take Arsenal to get to how they are now? And somebody responded back to him, less than what Conte spent. That's like, yeah. The front three that we played in this game, because two of them were academy kids, cost us $6 million because that's all Martinelli cost us.
Mm-hmm. I think Chelsea has spent more in this window than every other team in the Premiership combined.
I think you're right about that. I think you're right about that.
And most of them aren't starters. But let's go on. Let's move on. Guys, we're going to wrap things up. But before we do, we like to do a little bit of predictions. We like to do some predicting. So last week, well, the week before, yours truly got the living piss and shit kicked out of him. My good old Adelia. I believe it was 9-1 or 8-1 or something like that.
Wow.
Unfucking believable. Yeah, you beat the shit out of me. But this week, your hero comes storming back. Big win. You did fine. You got 5. You got 5. I got 9. 9 out of 11. Yeah. So I was quite happy.
I honestly don't care because we won the North London derby.
Listen, how dare you? How friggin' dare you? We got matches starting Wednesday because of this whole weird outfit we got with the FA Cup replays. So we got Palace and Man U on Wednesday. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Man U, no problem. But what do you have to say? Do you think Palace has it in them?
No, I don't think Palace has it in them.
I don't think Palace has much in them anymore. Now, this is going to be an interesting match. It's the Thursday match. We got City hosting Spurs.
I think City wins this. I do think City wins this. I can't. Tottenham are so awful in the beginning of games that I just don't see how City doesn't win that.
It's going to be a battle of who really wants to win because City has been disappointing. Spurs, they never play the first half anymore. So City scores first. If City scores first, I think the Spurs win. If the Spurs score first, I think City wins. This is tough. I'm gonna say you're right. I'm gonna say City as well. Liverpool, Chelsea.
Oh man.
Oof.
I'm gonna say this is a draw. I don't trust the way either one of these teams are playing right now.
Yeah. We can't score. They can't score. We can't really defend. Neither can they. It's a battle of attrition. But, how dare I if I don't choose Chelsea in this? To go to Anfield and get 3 points would be fantastic for this club. God damn it, I hope they do it. But we'll see. It's really a battle for 9th place or 8th place. I think Liverpool and Chelsea are tied on points, but Liverpool has 9th because of goal differential because Chelsea can't score, and I think they're only +1 now in the goal differential. Bournemouth and Forest. Important for Forest here on the road.
I'm going to say Forest because you're right. They have had a pretty decent run of results lately, and Bournemouth are Bournemouth.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I'm taking them as well. We got Leicester and Brighton.
Brighton.
I'm going Brighton as well. Southampton versus maybe an improving Villa. Maybe an improving Villa here.
Villa.
Well, they've definitely been improved.
Yeah.
Can they beat the Saints? Do they stumble here? Is this a stumble game? No, I'm going to take Villa. Now, yet another toilet bowl. West Ham and Everton.
Ooh.
Jobs on the line, maybe. Jobs on the line.
I'm going to go for a draw.
Ooh, okay.
I just don't see either one of those teams having enough to win a game, even against each other.
Everton has some quality guys. Like West Ham is West Ham. Like, uh, I really like what Damari Gray is doing in Everton this year. I think he's really talented. Gosh darn it, I don't want to say Everton wins, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to say Everton beats West Ham.
Okay.
Hopefully saving Lamps' job, but who knows? I think, yeah, like I said, I think a poor result on either side and someone's getting sacked.
Yeah.
Palace, Newcastle shouldn't be a problem, I
Newcastle.
don't think. Yeah.
Newcastle, especially with Palace playing on Wednesday and then again on
Yeah, it's playing a tired
Saturday. Yeah.
squad. Leeds versus the surprising Brentford Bees.
Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford's going to win. Leeds shows nothing. They can only beat teams like Chelsea. So what are you going to do?
Yep.
And City play their second of the week, but also playing a second time this week is Wolves.
City.
It's at the
City has too much depth of a squad. They can rotate enough.
Now, if
Wolves
win,
don't.
if Wolves win,
I'll be ecstatic.
they've just been playing so much better. But yes, I am going to go City. Now, to wrap up the week again, another marquee matchup is your Arsenal Football Club versus Manchester United. You guys are at home, Emirates Stadium.
I have to go Arsenal in this. I have to. Even though Man United beat us at Man United earlier this year.
That's why I'm going to choose Arsenal as well. I think your guys are going to serve up revenge on the Red Devils. It's I don't see you guys losing many points at home for the rest of the season. You're especially not this one when you have a little chip on your shoulder and the quality of your squad and the way Aaron Ramsdale's been playing. I think you should have no problem handling Manchester United, but who knows? That's why you play the goddamn games, goddamn it. That's it for us.
What about the Monday game?
Oh, you want to do the Monday game?
Yeah, I think that's still that same match week.
Okay. I didn't do it because we weren't going to be on the Monday. So what's the Monday game?
Fulham and Spurs.
Oh, right. Now,
I'm going Fulham. It's at Fulham.
Yeah, you're going Fulham. It's hard. Two teams that I hate, maybe most in the world. I think I say this every week, and might switch around the teams every once in a while. But I can't say that I think Tottenham can win. I won't say if I think Fulham can win, so I'm just going to pick a draw. That's going to be my draw this week. Okay. Hopefully, the whole goddamn place crumbles down and everybody dies in a horrible fire.
Well, I don't want to wish death on anyone, but...
Well, that makes one of us.
Yes, it does.
Maybe this disease?
No.
Okay. Fine. They can all live. Poor week.
Okay.
Fulham and Tottenham both get to survive yet another week. Ugh. All right. That's fine.
Okay. We will not be here next week because Snark will be out of town.
That's right.
But we will be back in 2 weeks with another show recapping this next week's action and the week after that too. I suppose.
Depending on the results, guys.
Well, we'll at least touch on some of it because there's a lot that's going to happen over the next couple of weeks.
Yep, and still more news to come. There's transfer windows wide open. Things are still moving and shaking. Todd Bowley probably still has $500 million to put down on pieces that he doesn't
He
need.
has
But we'll
spent
see.
so much money, and he gave Mudryk such an insanely long contract.
Mudryk has scored 8 goals in his entire career. 8.
Yeah.
But we just gave him $88 million and signed him for 8 years.
Yep. It's crazy. It's
utterly
insane.
If anybody is wondering about the fair play rules, this is how Chelsea's been getting around it. They pay teams out an incredibly high amount of money up front, sign people to long contracts. That's how you get the
that I don't understand how that makes it okay, but
I don't know.
Sure.
I wish it didn't. I wish there was some more fiscal responsibility here with this club. I wish they would take their time to know their players a little better. I wish that if they were taking in these players, that they'd get rid of some of the ones that aren't doing much. But it doesn't seem like anything's moving around right now. Maybe Jorginho moves. Maybe. Yeah, because one thing that Chelsea doesn't need is midfielders. But maybe we don't need him because he has been a drag on this team. He's like an anchor. And N'Golo Kante coming back hopefully in a couple weeks. Hopefully, fingers and toes crossed.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, even though we won't be having a show next week, Matt Munoz and I will be doing a watch-along of Arsenal versus Man United on the LGR Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/LGR_network. That is Sunday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific. Join us for that if you're so inclined. And we might do one for the Arsenal game the next weekend as well. I don't know what that is off the top of my head.
Ooh. I just figured out that Matt Munoz and Adelia Chamberlain are going to be calling another Wout Weghorst game.
We are. Another Wout Weghorst game.
Worth it just for that, guys. It's worth it just for that.
I think I'm turning Matt into an Arsenal fan.
Ugh, another one. Worse.
It's great. In the meantime, Snark, where can people find you?
You can find me here on the starting 11. Hopefully soon. LGR After Snark will be back with Danny. The show we do on weekends. We'll say sometimes. It should be more regular, but we'll get to it. You can also find me on Twitter, I guess, at Snark Yeti. Guys, not an interesting follow, I can tell you that. Mostly just liking and tweeting things from LGR Network, which you can follow as well.
That's basically all I do on Twitter anymore now, too, because I hate it and I hate the updates to the app, and I can't ever see tweets from anybody that I'm actually following, so why am I on there? You can follow LGR on Twitter, though, at LGR_network. Pretty much everything we do gets tweeted out or a link to the show or something. You can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/LGR_network. $1 a month gets you into the Discord where you can hang out and talk with us about pretty much anything and everything, sports, movies, TV, whatever. There's almost always someone in voice chat to come in and say hello if you join. And we will be back in a couple of weeks. Until next time, bye.